Okay, today, strings, conductor, large ensemble, many musicians, moving parts. Always loved classical music. Classical music was my first contact with music, and it's sort of pure in that respect. Pop music is so interwoven with fashion and it's just a very culturally dense phenomenon. It's not usually purely about music, but classical music is just purely about music, which is, also occasionally its downside, I find. Can be a little bit navel-gazy. I trained as a pianist when I was young, and I went through the whole conservatory system, but clearly remember being very affected as a young person by orchestral music. My parents had an LP by this Spanish conductor by the name of Waldo de los Rios, and he did all the great symphonies, but he added bass and drums and weird Spanish percussion. And I remember being absolutely mesmerized by it because it had that immediate gratification of rhythm. Your body responds immediately, almost involuntarily, to the rhythm and also to the tunes. You hear the ones that are memorable. They stick in your ear, the little earworms. So it had those really kind of essential pop elements, but then all this rich, beautiful sound and the delicate voicing or the extremely powerful voicing of Beethoven. All of that was in there, kind of mashed together. And I think that made an impression on me.
Standing alone now.
Sarah's arrangements are compositions unto themselves that complement and add counterpoint and texture and extra layers of interest to what are already fantastic songs.
I feel like Sarah has a good intuitive sense for writing for strings. So it's when I sit down to look at the parts, they always make sense to me. It's not always the case with all arrangements.
She's always had this incredibly precise ear. And she's got these kind of razor-sharp instincts, which is apparent, when we were on tour and sound checking and things like that. She kind of know how to pinpoint exactly what to adjust and things like that.
She's got that training that allows her to do it. It isn't like she's pretending to be a classical artist. She's a popular artist who has the classical training and therefore can much more easily transition between the two worlds.
So this is a schoolyard.
It's taken me a while to feel like I can speak with my arranging. I remember starting when I was 17 and 18 years old, I would walk around the U of T campus and look for the person with the appropriate case. And then I'd be like, you want to play a show with me? And I'd write things in pencil and they'd play them. I'd be like, no, not that, maybe this. And that was kind of how I ended up learning. And over the years, just getting better, learning more, working with these incredible musicians, you start to know what you want to hear from them and what's going to soar and sing. And to learn these instruments, to learn how to make them work together, it's just enormously satisfying to hear.